a lot of relief, a sigh of relief that, okay, the president is back to the country. And so,
all right, the president is coming out of the aircraft right now. The president has just landed. The president has just touched down out of the aircraft, and he's just coming out. You can see him there waving at those who have been waiting for him. President Muhammadu Buhari arrives. Nigeria has just come out of his aircraft. Behind him, Vice President Osinbajo. You can see the feed there from the public broadcaster NTA, perhaps the only station allowed to go into the presidential tarmac with the live equipment. Channels Television as a national broadcaster is not allowed, but we do have our crew on the ground and live at the vicinity of the airport as far as we are allowed to go. And the president is getting a military salute, and perhaps the national anthem right now. There's been a guard of honor mounted for him. Any moment from now, we will see him inspect the guard of honor. President Muhammadu Buhari arrives in Nigeria, breaking news everyone, and received by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. The president has been away for 105 days, receiving medical attention in the United Kingdom. Okay, that done, the salute done, and let's see if he will do as they expect. The guard of honor being mounted. He's walking briskly.
The president has just received the presidential salute.
Okay, so he moves away from where he's gotten that salute. And any moment from now, we do expect that he will perhaps go in the helicopter or inspect the guard of honor. And what we can see that is happening right there is receiving people, exchanging pleasantries with top government officials who have been waiting for him. We can see clearly there the chief of staff, some governors, of course, the vice president who is leading the entourage there, and they're leading the president. We'll see where exactly that leads us. You know, for a man that's being the leader of the party, the leader of the team, and being away, one may not be too surprised at the kind of reception that he's getting today. A former military head of state, a man who tried to become president and got a shot at it on the fourth time in this fourth republic. And so it's perhaps going to be an interesting one, seeing that he's come back alive and hale and hearty, as we can see himself by himself walking through that path at the tarmac.
That's the president.
All right, the president himself walking through that, and we'll find out any moment from now where this long walk leads. Perhaps maybe into another helicopter or so, because this is the airport. He will make his way to the presidential villa, and there, from what I've heard the past few months, the president always liked to go in the helicopter because of the usual traffic that the presidential convoy causes whenever they're going into the airport. So as a part of what we used to seeing him do whenever he's traveling out of the country, we might be seeing him go into the helicopter. So you can see the display. There's a live feed from Channels Television. This is outside of the perimeter of the tarmac. I have a feeling now that he's making his way out of this. We might be able to find the... Okay, I have a feeling that, okay, there you go, the ambulance, the escort, and the patrol vehicle, and the escort going behind and before him. My guess, if you can weigh in on this.
Perhaps significant at this point to observe that the president did not inspect a guard of honor at the airport. You could see the column of soldiers that were lined up at the airport. The president mounted a rostrum. The national anthem was sung for him, and he took the salute, and then he descended the dais, and then he's left. And it's yet to be seen whether another guard of honor was going to be mounted, or is going to be mounted at the villa, and whether he's going to have a somewhat repeat performance there. But that doesn't take anything away from, doesn't take any shine away from this reception, because
this is outside of the airport. Usually, can't have this kind of crowd at the airport. They won't allow you, not even close to the presidential.
Exactly. Because you know whether you're going to have a full inspection of a guard of honor by the president at the airport. It can also be informed by the state of security at the airport what the intelligence is, whether time is available for that kind of thing to be done, in spite of the fact that there is a provision for it, as the columns were
Look
there.
at the way it worked. Look at the way it
ramrod, straight, smart, and patently, outwardly energetic, all signifying that this is a president that has recovered. That's what one can see from the footage, and it's very gladdening and very significant that we're having this kind of spectacle.
Mr. Shitu, you can see him there.
I think there's evidence, proof, incontrovertible proof of physical fitness of the president, and in the way he alerted from the aircraft and the movements and all what happened subsequently. But I want to also add that this is a defining moment, not only for Nigeria, but for Africa. Because the health of the #1 country in Africa, which is Nigeria, of the president of the #1 country in Africa, is of paramount significance, not only to Nigeria, but to Africa. But I think the rest of our brothers and sisters all over Africa must be happy with Nigerians now that our president is back.
Mr. Alpha Conde also was one of those who said they've been praying for the president.
Yes.
And that's outside of the country.
Yes.
He's a leader in ECOWAS, a leader at the AU, is a leader on the continent, and a lot of expectations. A lot of people are expecting. Nigeria is a leader on the continent, and it's no surprise that we see this kind of reaction. Okay, that's there. You can see another display of motorbikes there.
So if I also may add, I think this president enjoys a lot of international goodwill. You can see that in terms of, he's evidently very popular, not only within the country. You've seen a lot of our colleagues thrown at this president, even internationally. So the rest of the world is really interested in what is happening in Nigeria right now. that our president is back and that.
Mr. Ogunye, if you go into the mind of President Buhari right now, as he's alighting from the aircraft, seeing these kind of people, what do you think can be going on in his mind?
First, a feeling of gratitude to Almighty Allah for preserving his life and for guarantee that he safely returned to Nigeria. You know, it can be very emotional. Once somebody is ill, as stated in the public service rules and as life experience will teach us,